And welcome back to another episode of Grade A Power Plays here on the Grade A Fantasy channel. I'm your boy Grade A Fantasy. Let's get a quick recap of last night into today. So the Boston Buffalo game was interesting. I really thought I had the opportunity to get a power play opportunity, and it happened in overtime. So game finishes up 2-2, goes into overtime. Boston commits a penalty, and they kept Tage. I forgot who it was. Tage, Zucker, and somebody else out there. And obviously, I needed Zucker because, as you can see, if Zucker's on the power play, this would have correlated with the power play points. None of my guys could have got anything. The only person who did end up getting one, and he was by himself with like a couple of line two and line three guys. Tuck scored right before the power play time expired, so I got that power play. So the power play correlation didn't go, but definitely my call of the night. We keep attacking that Buffalo defense. The entire line one correlated, so all the combinations hit. Pastrnak, Zaka. L'Oreal didn't get it, but Zaka, Geeky. Geeky ended up with 2 points, and Pastrnak, Geeky all hit. Also last night, Heischer and Meyer. And I think that's about it. I didn't really get anything else that I tried to reach on. This is all from the weekend. But with the Boston combinations hitting in the power play, it was a semi-decent night. So let's continue what I like today. First and foremost, here's where we're going to start. Yes, I'm taking some power play points because, yes, it's Montreal. It's a good power play matchup. But here's the most interesting thing that I'm doing for tonight, if I can find it right away. We're going to go with the good old-fashioned Dylan Cozens and Batherson combination, plus 204 on Fan Duel. Here's the thing. I'm also taking, just in case he gets one by himself, because he's also on the power play, we got Dylan Cozens. Well, let me see in the morning scale. Let me just take a quick look here. Did they move him down to put Giroux back? No, Dylan Cozens is on the power play. So there's power play correlation here. He's just, for some reason, FanDuel just won't give him any odds. They still don't. But Dylan Cozens by himself is plus 128. He's played 5 games in Ottawa. The last game was the first time that he didn't get a point. In his first 4 games with Ottawa, he got a point. And he's been on that second line with Batherson. Him and Batherson have been playing very well together. Ottawa has finally seemed to have found the stride. They're running into somewhat of a buzzsaw in Montreal. But here's the thing. Montreal has that similarity of Detroit. Now, Detroit has 2 good offensive lines. But like Detroit, their top line is not only their best offensive line, possibly, but it's their best defensive line. And that's not saying much. It's with the help of the defensemen, not because of the line itself. So Cozens and Batherson are going to get, line A, Newhook, and all those other matchups. So I like them in 5-on-5 as well. So Cozens, Batherson, I got it for plus 204. You just got to take advantage of Cozens being plus 128 all by himself. So, and then of course we're gonna go with the power play points. And also, what's interesting with that, I think I wrote it down in my notes, but I don't think the odds were that great. I don't think we're getting plus money for it anymore. I think the sports books have caught up to that. Let's see here. I think it might be plus money. Yeah, it should be plus money. If Jake Sanderson is minus 106 for a point, then yeah, those odds have improved for the assist. Jake Sanderson plus 126. So that's also another option. Jake Sanderson plus 126. Not only with 5-on-5 opportunity, but obviously being a power play quarterback with Cozens, with Stutzler, with Tkachuk, with Batherson. So definitely that's an option as well there. Next game, another quick mention. I mean, it's a great power play opportunity. The odds aren't that great. When I was researching it, not all the odds were up. So we'll go with Edmonton, a top 10 power play, damn near closing in on top 5. They're finding their stride against Utah, who has one of my favorite players in the league. I like that Utah 2 line because guess what? After the top line, that's also second line that Gunther and Hayton should be able to outskate. So what I like here, when I looked at it earlier, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Gunther and Hayden were plus 171 for a point. Because I think Hayton by himself, yeah, Hayton is still plus 100. Okay, so that means Gunther's odds went down because Hayton by himself was plus 100. So now it's down to plus 160. And then on top of that, obviously with the great power play opportunity, I think, you know, you're not even gonna get Bouchard for this. You could possibly, with the power play opportunity, you could probably take Bouchard for 2 assists, and that's a nice plus 400. But great power play opportunity. We'll take what I'm looking at. I thought the odds would have been worse, but they're still not that bad. But I do see better power play opportunities. It will correlate those main three, plus 135, plus 145, plus 195, Bouchard, Draisaitl, and McDavid, which is almost, in a way, kind of a fade because Batherson and Cozens combinations are more than that. Cozens by himself is almost more than McDavid and Draisaitl, so it's what you like there. But I do like Hayton and Gunther on that one. And then another mention, I haven't brought it up in a while, so let's bring it right back. The defenseman ladder. Anaheim at Dallas. The last time I went for this particular game, it didn't work. This was in Anaheim, and the last time he did it, we went with Harley. Heiskanen is still out. I think this is one of the first things that I took. I think I took the mini ladder with him, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I did. So just him to get over 2.5 is plus 142. So you're getting great plus money there. Well, that's what I got him. 4 shots plus 360. If we go here to the shot menu, let's take a look at these players' shots. Let's see. Obviously, they give a limit or whatever, so I can only go up to 4. They're not giving Thomas Harley 5. I wouldn't pick Thomas Harley for 5. But at 4, he is now 365. So it slightly went up. And for the 3 shots, Harley's still plus 142. So it went up 5 units for the fourth one. But with Harley, he's been shooting the puck. We're not even gonna go based on. I mean, we could go based on this is what he's been doing the last few games. 1 and 1 in the middle, but in the middle has 5, 3 and 4. So he's passed this prop 3 out of his last 5 games. Had the opportunity to pass it when I had Thomas Harley featured on the cover page, but it's not discouraging that he went 1 shot on goal, 3 misses. That I'm encouraged about that, and this is a better version of Thomas Harley from the beginning. Now that who he is from what he is now from what he was back then. So I definitely like Thomas Harley. Plus, with Anaheim, is a good power play opportunity. I think that's also another game where the power play odds aren't that great, but it could be some onslaught capabilities there. If we take a look at the points and the assists, I don't even think we're going to get an assist for Harley, to be honest, because I saw the odds. Yeah, he's still not plus money. He's just about even money. And power play points, yeah, like those main guys are 200. All of them are 200 or lower. Harley by himself is 250. So I'm definitely interested in the shot ladder. And let's go with, surprisingly, I've never really spoke about this team. I've spoken about the team they're going against, but let's go for the home team for one time. Let's talk about the New York Rangers in a great matchup against Calgary, who once again gave up 3 power plays last night. And guess what? It wasn't like they gave up like 6, 7 power plays. No, they gave up 3 power plays off 4 penalties. Dustin Wolf got shelved, and then guess what? They put in Dan Vladar, and even on 3 saves, he still gave up 1 goal. So back-to-back, Toronto against New York. Now, the New York power play is not elite, but once again, we're dealing with a team that, as you noticed, I said that has been in the top 10, maybe teens, and they've risen into the top 5. Not only the top 5, but they've risen into the top 4. So after last night's game now, they're at 669 minutes, and now their penalty kill has dropped to 73.8 after being around at about 75 yesterday. So the penalty kill is just getting worse and worse. So they're semi-great. They're good odds. I think as a group, they're better odds than, the Oilers or whatever. Just about as good as a power play. I mean, the Oilers got the team that's right underneath Calgary. So just that Utah has a better penalty kill. But The points are interesting. This is what I'm possibly looking at, but let's look at the power play points. I did take these already. We can take a look at my bet stretch right here. Adam Fox for a power play. He's the captain at 290, 210 for Mika, 200 for JT, 170 for Panarin. But what I wanted to focus on, there's some other bets here. With the new alignment of players and the way that they're finding the lines, the way they've been setting up now lately, it's been JT Miller pretty much playing facilitator, and Mika has been feasting off that, especially being on the second line. Won't see the tougher matchups. So what I do like here in points, JT Miller and Mika Zibanejad not going to give you much value at all in points. I mean, it's still nowhere near. It's not even plus money. But the stat that I do like Mika Zibanejad in is shots on goal. I like his shots on goal prop. If I can find him. Where are you, Mika? There we go. It's minus 102, though. It stayed around there. It's still about even money. This is one of those that if I could catch it as soon as it hits plus, then I'm going to take it. It's been dancing around here. It opened at minus 108. It has moved up to minus 102. So if it can get to the positive, but it's still at a spot that you're basically doubling your money pretty much at minus 102. But Mika over 2.5 is also a nice prop that I like. If you take a look here at his stats, Mika has been launching that puck. Has only missed this prop once in the past five games. So I like Mika there. New York Rangers, also they have some high priced people, but they do have some guys on each of the top two lines that do help with the odds. Okay, so Panarin and Trocheck. I think because of where Trocheck is at, you could probably still get plus money. I think so. Panarin, Trocheck. Okay, so Panarin and Trocheck plus 102, and you get no. Trocheck is no longer on the top power play. Things have changed. So it's JT Miller, Chris Kreider, Panarin, obviously Adam Fox and Zibanejad. So you have Mika, Zibanejad, they're still minus 112. But when it comes to the top lines and who's with them, with JT Miller and Zibanejad, you do have guys like Lafreniere, who's plus money. If you mix it up with JT Miller, that's plus 156. When you look at Will Cooley, who's playing on the top line with Panarin and Trocheck's the center. If you put Trocheck and Cooley, you're looking at great odds at plus 193. You could take Will Cooley for a point by himself at plus 126, actually. I really like the matchup with the Rangers. Plus, they got to really push it for the playoff push. Will Cooley has been active with his shot. There goes his points. There goes his assists. So, even though he doesn't get power play time, he does get a lot of time. Most of the time is going to the top two lines. So there are decisions to be made here on how you want to balance out some of these high-priced people. So if you do Panarin and Cooley, it's still plus 159. So there's still good value, but you're going to have to pretty much, in a way, add the odd men out in a way. But like I said, the top line is no power play correlation, but it's a good 5-on-5 matchup. You get power play correlation with JT Miller and Zibanejad, but you're just not getting plus money. So if you want to do the whole line or do certain combinations, JT Miller and to his left, Lafreniere, you're looking at 156. And then, of course, if you add Zibanejad to that, you're looking at 223. So there are options there. I really do like the Rangers today. Not a team that I typically talk about, but when I'm looking at these matchups, definitely something that I like. And this is something that I hit, I think, one day on the weekend. I don't think I did a show. I was just doing my own thing. I was just doing kind of like my own thing and then, getting ready for NASCAR. Definitely here's another team that I don't talk about, but I will talk about this player because in the right situations, he can't come through for you. And because he's on the Islanders, you're going to get good value for it. And I'm going to take a chance on it because I'm going to put that bet in right now. When it comes to shots, you already know when it comes to giving them shots, it's a flip between Anaheim. It's a flip between Anaheim and Pittsburgh. They're always going against each other. So right now, what's the updated stats? Pittsburgh has dropped to 4th, but they're still one of 7 teams. They're one of 6 teams who have given up over 2,000 shots. Pittsburgh is now 4th. San Jose is now 2nd. Anaheim has jumped to number 1. Just a few shots ahead of the Sharks. So that's why we're definitely going with the Harley prop, defensive funnel. But another shot funnel, and I forgot who I hit this against. I think it was a Islanders Anaheim game a couple of weekends ago. But for plus money again, until they move them up or raise the prop, I'm not gonna mess with it. So Kyle Palmieri for 2.5. I'm taking it. He's him, and the thing is, ever since Brock Nelson left, it's pretty much, this is a team that doesn't generate well at all. But it's only certain people that you can really count on generally. Like when you think of like the shooters, it's literally only 2, maybe 3 guys. Anders Lee, who's by himself on line 2, and then you got Horvat and Palmieri. Horvat has 36 shots in his last 10 games. Kyle Palmieri has 30 in his last 10 games. And basically last 10 games is basically since Brock Nelson has left. And Horvat and Palmieri are on the same line together. And both are getting close to 20. Horvat over 21 minutes. If we take a look, Kyle Palmieri has definitely been taking advantage of the Brock Nelson absence. When he shoots 6. And there you go. I have proof right there. There goes the number 2 team in shots given up, San Jose, and he racked off 6 against them. Then had one against the Ducks, disappointing, and then had 5 against LA, 3, and then 2 against Florida. So in this case, he has the opportunity and he has the matchup. Had a quick pause there. Sorry for that interruption. But yes, Kyle Palmieri has been taking the reins, and with no Brock Nelson there, I definitely like this bet. I just like the fact that, it's plus money. I wish Mika gets the plus money, because Mika's in a good situation himself, but can't really, it's just one of those I'm going to have to wait on for. But yes, that is the end of the episode. So, besides the bets that I have, keep an eye on, Hayden Gunther, power play for the Oilers. You already see what I have here. I just added Palmieri. I got the power play stack of Ottawa and New York. I got to figure out what I want to do with some of those New York stacks, because I really like the value there. Dylan Cozens, Batherson combo. And as I'm looking at my other screen, did Calgary, they didn't confirm yet, but it's most likely going to be Vladar, because Wolf started and Vladar only was in there for like I said, 4 shots on goal, gave up 1, or 3 shots on goal, gave up 1. So, it's basically like he didn't even play. So, definitely something that I'm definitely liking those ranges. I don't really talk about the ranges a lot on it, but betting wise, there's some opportunity there if you add Lafreniere and Will Cooley to your mix. So that's the end of the episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Grade A Fantasy with Grade A Power Plays, signing off.